Hello, and welcome to Sarah's Baked Goods. Today we're going to be making Japanese style cheesecake, other known as cottage cheesecake. This is a gluten-free cheesecake, so it's perfect for anyone who needs to be gluten-free or wants to be on that diet. So, let's get into it. First we're gonna mix the butter and our cream cheese together with some sugar. Now I can put this off to the side and work on our eggs. With this cheesecake you need to whip the eggs so you can get that nice volume. So the way we're going to do that is just crack all of our eggs in here. Be very careful. You can't break any of the yolks. Now we're just going to lift out the yolks, put them in here. The yolks we're going to put in with our cream cheese, and the whites we're just going to whip by themselves with some sugar and some cream of tartar, which I have set up over here. With this style of cheesecake, you want to be prepared before you start everything, because at any point in time, if you're lagging behind or you're waiting for something like the oven or whatever, you're losing volume. So you got to make sure that you're going quick and efficiently. You don't want to be going rushing, but you don't want to be just going slow and weighing everything out, because your eggs will lose all its volume, and same with your cream cheese. The way we're going to do this is we're gonna start mixing this till it's smooth, add our yolks in one at a time, then add in our milk and lemon juice. While all that's going on, we're also going to be whipping our egg whites. At about soft peaks, we're going to add our cream of tartar and sugar, and then whip all the way to hard peaks. By that time, both should be done right around the same time, and then we can mix the two together. Make sure you scrape it down so that all of it's mixing in properly. Once you get to this stage on both of them, you'll add in your lemon juice and zest, and then your milk. And for your egg whites, you're going to add in your sugar and cream of tartar. And then you just go back to mixing until both are fully mixed. When your cream cheese mixture is fully mixed in, you're going to add in sifted cornstarch, and then both should be done right around that time. We're almost done. Because this isn't flour, it doesn't have any gluten, you can mix this as much as you want. Nothing's going to happen. But make sure that you do sift this, or you're going to get giant clumps. Put this off to the side again. And start mixing. Now that you're at this stage, mix a third of your whites in at a time. The first third, you're just going to mix, you won't be able to really fold because it's really liquidy. Once you're almost mixed in, add your next third. And then finally, your last third. Make sure you get all of this in here. If you miss any of your egg whites, you're gonna lose the stability and it's gonna not bake properly. Make sure that you're getting everywhere so that you know everything's mixed properly. All the way down to the bottom to make sure. Now, this is different than the New York style cheesecake because it's fluffy, it doesn't stick when you get it out. So you can use a regular cake pan. The only thing you do need is parchment paper on the bottom to make sure it doesn't stick. Then to make sure you got all the air out, because you need to get some of the big bubbles out. You want to keep, obviously, it airy, but any big bubbles will cause problems. So you drop it. Just like the New York style cheesecake, you're gonna make a little water bath for yourself. Put this in, bake for about an hour, hour 10. Then it will come out and you'll let it rest in the bath for about 45 minutes. So we're just gonna put this in the oven and see how it turns out. Here's how it's gonna look. It's gonna be very brown on top. It's looking good. There's a few cracks in here. That's normally caused by bubbles, so I just need to bounce more bubbles out. But as it cools down, it will shrink and those cracks won't be as big. We're just gonna wait 45 minutes in the bath. We'll scrape around the edges and then we'll take it out. The other thing you can do, and what a lot of Japanese people do, is they'll stamp it with a stamp and that will flatten the top and put their own design on the top. What that will do is any cracks and stuff won't matter at that point, and we'll make sure that everything is nice and level. So after 45 minutes, we'll take it out, see how it looks. To get this out, you gotta make sure you scrape along the whole side. And because you have that parchment paper on the bottom, it will fall out. All you do, flip. Lift it off, grab a plate, do the same thing. Ooh. There you go. Looks a bit off kilter, but that's just because my plate, it's slightly up on the rim, so this side looks taller. But it's looking good. I'm just going to taste test and we'll see what I want to change. I'm thinking about, right off the hop, before even taste testing, using mascarpone cheese. My only concern with that is cream cheese is a lot stronger, like it will hold its shape more. And I'm wondering if mascarpone, being a little bit weaker, will hold it. But mascarpone cheese is a lot sweeter and a lot more delicious. So I'm hoping it works. That way I can try both. I maybe have both in the bakery. This one would be obviously cheaper, probably $4 or $5 cheaper than the mascarpone one, but then the mascarpone one would taste better. So it gives opportunity of if you want a cheaper one or a more expensive one, it's up to you. So let's just get some taste testing once it cools down a bit more to room temperature. Then I'll see what I'm gonna change or refine. That crack that was there at the very beginning started to go away as it shrank, which is perfect, so that doesn't look so bad. The other thing with this is I can do the same thing that I do with the New York style cheesecake, put berries on top or sauce. I'm gonna taste test it first and figure out what I want. Maybe it's just berries and no sauce, but we'll see after taste testing. Let's now give it a taste test. First, we're gonna go without berries. Nice and light, fluffy. You still get that cheese taste. A lot of times with these types of cheesecake, a big problem is because you're putting so much egg in, you lose that cheese taste. But this is a good balance between eggs and cheese. And I think with mascarpone you'd get a lot more of that cheesecake taste, and hopefully that's even better if it works. Add a little bit of berry. I think I'm gonna go with berries and sauce, just like the New York style cheesecake. But I think I'm only gonna do blueberry sauce, strawberry sauce, and we'll test out some other sauces, but I'm feeling sweetness goes with this one a lot more than sour. So I don't think the cherry might work, but we'll see on that one. I don't think the raspberry one will work. But it's tasting amazing. Perfect. Fully cooked too. Okay, perfect. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I even have my own website. Thank you, and have a nice day.